Every great dream was, at the beginning, made by a dreamer. Always remember to reach within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. This was written by Harriet Tubman, an American abolitionist and a social activist. Today, I shall be discussing with you about how to be a better person because of your dream, following said dream, and how to achieve said dream. The purpose of my speech is due to we all have dreams, big or small. Dreams that make us push ourselves, goals really, a goal that make us push ourselves to be a better person that we want to be. First thing I will speak about is being a better person. How to be a better person is by improving yourself. Is by surrounding yourself around people who care about you, support you, who want you to be you, who want you to achieve your goal. No matter how much pain and hardship you go through, they'll be there to support you and care for you. And if you're surrounded by people who are negative and who have hurt you, they will not care for you the way that your friends and family who care for you in a positive way would. And another thing is to think about what kind of dream you want to have. What kind of dream that you want to be enthusiastic about. A dream that makes you feel all happy and excited. A dream that makes you feel positively about. And another thing is to test out different dreams. Test out different ways that you can, more plan out these dreams. People will test out different hobbies, so test out different forms of dreams, hobbies, skills you want to have, skills you want to learn. And there's a person who, like us, was a dreamer. And there's a quote that I love that he says about this. William Faulkner, he said, "Always dream and shout higher than you know you can't be. Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessor. Be better than yourself." William Faulkner, who was a Nobel Prize winner and an American novelist and a short story writer from Oxford, Mississippi. He was a man who, as us, was a dreamer, a person who just dreamt his dream. But what different from us? Same thing as us, was that he practiced, read books, and trained himself to be at least in many eyes, in our eyes, a skillful person at his dream. Person who could hide words in his writing. He's a person who achieved his dream, and it shows with his name being down in history. Another thing I believe you should do is, in following your dream, is to plan your dream. Plan out a way you want to go. Plan out from the beginning to the end. The first step is to how many hours you want to practice, what days you want to rest and recuperate yourself, to spending time with your family, and rinse and repeat. Because there's many people who don't really do that. They always push themselves, which makes them stressful and leading to them being physically harmed because of them pushing themselves. Many people never think of the impact of them pushing themselves. but with them putting themselves too hard, they hurt themselves. And another thing you should do is to study to be able to understand on what ways you should improve on, from your writing to your physical strength to what could better yourself in achieving your goal. It helps you be more closer to your goal than you were just yesterday. And a thing that I love, well, a quote, a word, something someone has told us, was by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan told us, an obstacle don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and up. Figure out how to get around it, or go through it, or through the wall, or think, or work around it. What he's saying is that we must figure out how to get over obstacles, how to figure it out. And from a man who was once a basketball player, now a businessman, it shows that through his hard work and dedication, he was able to be where he is today. And after his dream, he was able to find another. And after you achieve your dream, there are people who just have an introspection about it, realize what led them here to here. From the hardships to the pain to the people who were supporting them, they were able to see from their notebooks, their studies, and their work how they got here. And it also shows in recognizing who actually cared from their journey to where they are, who actually cared for them emotionally instead of what they can use them for years later. These people are able to understand who they are, who actually cared for them, and how they got here. And people who do that, who came from, like us, just regular or ordinary people, will try to inspire others, tell them they can be something, that they can get here. From the rappers to musicians to artists to writers, they're able to show that you can be like us, be like them. And to me, it's very inspiring that these people never took their fame, their dream, or their goals for granted. They actually shows they care from what they write, sing, draw. They always show that they care and they're in love with what they do. And lastly, what I want to tell you is that after these people achieve their dreams, like Michael Jordan, you can find another, something that's related to it, or something that's completely new. It helps you know that you're not really too old to find a new dream. You're not old that you can just, stop and just relax. You can find something to inspire you again. Something from hard work to dedication can inspire you to be you. Inspire you once more to be a better version of yourself just yesterday. And as I have said before, at present, I have spoken to you about how to be a better person, how to follow your dream, and how to achieve said dream. I want to give an example about, someone who achieved his dream. My father, he is a man who's the third eldest in his family out of used to be 10 children. He's a man who grew up from, not in the slums, he was never in the slums, from a man who grew up living more middle class. He wasn't poor, he was just a man who just wanted to achieve something, help his family, really. And one way he did that was by being able to sew. He is a good sewer. He's able to fix tiny little cuts, or like if your clothes is too tight, he was able to fix that. What he did back when he was a child was fix people's uniforms from their little cuts or making it bigger or longer. And he was able to get pocket change from that, which will help him buy new school supplies for his siblings and put less stress on his mom, which is my grandmother. And his dream was to be a man who works at a shipyard. He was really smart. He still is really. He's so smart that he's able to calculate that. He used to help me with my homework. I'm getting off track. My dad, he's a smart man. He was able to graduate from college with a high GPA, not valedictorian, but a high GPA. Able to move to America with my brother years later and to find a good paying job. He still did sewing when he used at this one shop he used to work at. The place is different now, but he still enjoys doing something that helped him and his family. And a person who also, well, not same experience as my dad, went through something that also inspired us, showed us that we could be something like this, was Nelson Mandela. And what he said is it always seems impossible until it's done. It shows that we can achieve it. A man who was a South African anti-empathic activist and politician who was the first president. This man has went through many things and they were able to achieve it. So I'm gonna leave you with this.